Sorry, viewers, we had some technical problems. But I'm back again. I'm back again, and it's a rainy day today, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, I'm here, and I was talking about how your attitude affects your health. If you see on top of a screen there, I'm talking about a mind and body connection. I always say, our minds and our body are always connected together. Whatever you do with your mind affects your body. Whatever you do with your body affects your mind. And this is why today I want to talk about attitudes, because when you talk about attitudes, you talk about your mind, you talk how you see things, you talk how you react to stuff. So we've been talking a lot about stress. We have been talking a lot about mental illness. But it's a prolonged, what I want to explain is that when you have a prolonged stress and chronic negative thinking, there are some people, they always think negative. They have nothing positive in their mind. Everything comes to them is negative. Whatever they see, they first react negatively. Whatever they hear, they first react negatively. When you do all this negative stuff, you are compromising with your immunity. You are affecting your immunity. You are affecting your health. You are affecting your mental wellness. Is there any possibility whereby we can change how we see things? We can change how we imagine things and let us think positive. We're talking about how hate has grown in our countries, in our life today. Why do we feel hate? Why do we have that feeling? Why do we get anger? It's because of negative perception. Because you can only give what you have. If your heart is full of negative, that's what you're going to give out. If your mind is full of negative vibes, that's what you're going to get. If you don't see any good thing from to others, you don't see that like people are doing good, you don't see people are reacting good, you only see negative, that is what you're going to give out. But remember, everything you give out affects your body. Everything bad comes out from you, affects your immunity, affects your mental wellness, affects your healthy physical health. So, viewers, let us decide to be positive. Let us decide to think positive on issues. When I'm talking about positive attitude, I'm not talking that things are not bad. It's true. The reality, the fact might be bad. But why don't you turn that fact, which you see is bad, to be a positive thing? Because anything you see in this world has a reason. If it's a bad thing, it has a reason. If it's a good thing, it has a reason. So let us change our life and start to see things in a positive way. It has been research. People have made research, and health people, a lot of research have revealed that people who are thinking positive, they have less sicknesses. They become often less sick. If you are positive minded, you avoid sickness. You avoid mental illness. You avoid a lot of stuff which can affect you. And every successful person is a positive thinker. If you want to succeed, principle number one, you have to learn how to think positive. Because there is no success without trials. There is no success without ups and downs. But it doesn't, what matters is how are you defining those moments? How are you defining ups and downs? How are you defining those breakdowns, break times? That's how we call people successful. You can only be successful if you have been able to overcome those negative vibes, if you have been able to overcome those hard times. So this is what it happens. The first question you have to ask yourself when you are talking about health, I told you last time, good things are predictable and bad things are predictable. If you think about health, your health is predictable. What do I mean? You can decide to be healthy. You can decide to be mentally well. It's the matter of your decision. What have you decided for yourself? Have you decided to take the issues the way you see them? Oh, you have decided to change the situation no matter what. Because everything can be changed. Everything can be overturned and be positive and look good, no matter what you're going through. I've been saying this all the time, that when I'm talking about healthy, when I'm talking about good health, I'm not talking that being healthy is absence of diseases and sickness in your body. You can have sicknesses in your body, but you can be healthy. You can have chronic disease with you, but choose to be healthy. I will give you an example later. I will tell you. You can be a diabetic person, but how are you going to choose to be healthy? Avoiding stress, avoiding being depressed. Because if you connect diabetic and depression, what is the result there? It's a heart attack. It's heart attack. But you can be diabetic and still remain healthy by avoiding things which can lower your immunity. I'm going to explain to you in a little while how attitudes can affect your health. You know, when you experience fear, anger, negative vibes, those feelings or those emotions, they are picked up by your brain. So the brain picks up those emotions, negative emotions. The brain picks up those negative thinking. It also picks up the negative thoughts you are having. Whatever your body feels in a negative way, the brain picks it up. And when the brain picks it up, it produces or it stimulates the endocrine system. I call it endocrine system. The endocrine system produces chemicals. It's like nervous system. Endocrine system is another system in our body which connects every part of the body. It's the same like nervous system, but the endocrine system is responsible by producing chemicals. I can we call it hormones. So when the brain picks up these negative emotions and stimulates the endocrine system activates the chemicals or hormones which affects your body, positive or negative. These hormones can lower your immunity or can increase your immunity. And this is why we say your attitude can bring effects to your body. How? It's because all those negative emotions you're experiencing, negative vibes, negative things you're listening, the brain translates them and pick them up. And when the brain pick it up, it stimulates the endocrine system, which produce the chemicals, and those chemicals or those hormones, they are the ones going to affect your body. If you have hormones which affects your immunity, it lowers your immunity. And once your immunity is low, you know what happens. People are fighting to boost the immunity. People are fighting to make sure they have healthy hormones in their body so that the immunity can be strong. We need to have strong immunity to be healthy. We need to have powerful immune hormones. We need to have healthy hormones to have strong immunity. Once you lose your immunity or you lower your immunity, that means your health is having problems. But this is how I want to explain to you. It's more technical, but I'm going to make it so light. I'm going to make it so light. Let me go for a short break, and when I come back, I will explain to you how this body and mind connects and how these effects of connection can lower our immunity and create poor health and mental problems in our life.
Are you an international student who has recently graduated from a Canadian post-secondary school? If you have graduated from a designated learning institution, you could be eligible to apply for permanent residency under the new pathway set out by Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada. Contact Genesis Immigration Consulting.
And we have been talking about mind and body. I want to tell you in a simple way, how is this connection done? Our body or our lives is like a bank account. So with a bank account, you can only withdraw if you have made deposit. You can only withdraw if you have made deposit. If you have not done any deposit in your bank account, what are you going to withdraw? What are you going to withdraw? You're going to withdraw negative balance. and overdraft. So this is how the body is. Whatever you feed your body is what is going to come out. If you feed your body with negative things, when you are watching TV, you watch negative stuff. You are watching stuff which create anger, which create fear, which disturbs your mind. You are feeding, you are depositing those emotions in your brain. You are depositing those emotions in your body. Haven't you ever seen a kid, after watching these horrific movies, they dream. And sometimes they make noise when they are dreaming. Because they are scared. You know why? Because they watch a scared movie. And those actions on the movie were picked up by the brain and transisted and the brain tried to transform it to a certain energy. So this is how our life is affected. This is how our health is compromised. This is how our mental wellness is affected. We are responsible for our own life. We are responsible for this body you see. We are responsible for our own brain. What we feed our brain, what we deposit in our brain, will come out. And that is what is going to affect our life. So we don't pick diseases from the streets. Excuse me. We don't destroy our body health from the streets, from anyhow. Our attitudes destroy our health. Our attitudes can make a choice. Can make a choice to take things positive or negative. Because, yes, we all see things going on. We all see the fact. We know what is the fact is. But how I define that fact will lead me to be healthy or have problems. How I see things and define them will lead me to have positive mind or negative mind. And that will determine how my mental wellness will end up. People have been thinking a lot. People have been depositing things in their body, in their brain, in their mind, which at the end of certain time affects their life. Whatever affects you today, whatever effect you see today, is what you fed yourself some time back. Whatever you see happening in your life today, you have been the reason. Stop blaming people. Stop blaming others. Stop blaming your mom. Stop blaming your friends. It is you. Remember, this is health and wellness. And with health and wellness, we are talking serious issues on how to keep ourselves healthy. And this, I'm telling you, whatever problem you see in your body, whatever problem you find yourself in, you are the reason. You are the person to be blamed, nobody else. I know, we are used to blame our governments. We are used to blame the leaders. We are used to blame our parents. We are full of blames. Are those blames not negative thoughts? Why should we keep blaming when we are the to make the solution. We are the people to choose how we want our life to be. You have all you need to make difference in your life. You have the choice. I told you, good health is predictable. You have a choice to live healthy. You have a choice to be unhealthy. You have a choice to make yourself, your mind, your life healthy and positive. And you have a choice to make it negative. So the choice is yours. The choice is not from anyone else. The choice, you don't need to blame anybody for your health. You don't need to blame anyone for your poor results. You are the only person to blame yourself. If you fail in life, it's you to blame. If something went wrong, maybe you lost your job, you lost your income, you lost your family, you lost your wife, don't blame other people. You're the husband. Don't stop blaming people. Don't blame your wife that is bad. Blame yourself. Blame yourself. When you see your kids are not doing great, it's you to blame. Because you are the only person can make changes. You are the only person you can choose to have a healthy family or unhealthy family. You are the only person you can decide to have a healthy body or unhealthy body. What you feed, what you deposit in your body is what is going to come out from that body. You cannot go to the bank to draw money when you know you have never deposited any money. You can only go to the bank to withdraw simply because your mind tells you how much you have deposited. What do we need to deposit in our life? We're supposed to deposit good stuff. We're supposed to deposit healthy stuff. We're supposed to deposit good feelings. I will always tell you, what are you imagining? You know, there are people every time they see friends, they see someone, they only imagine negative. It's true. You can see bad people outside. But that bad person, if you imagine that he's a good person or she's a good person, she will be good to you. Not everything is the same. Don't treat a criminal as a criminal. Treat a criminal as a good person, and that person is going to change. That's the principle. Treat bad things as good things, and they are going to change. The brain is going to pick up only the positive and ignore the negative. And once the brain picks up the positive, that means the endocrine system is going to stimulate hormones which are healthy, and they are going to boost your immunity, and you're going to be healthy all the time. This is not about me, but I'm trying to explain what I live in. Life is always not generous to us. I've been telling you all the time. When you see me smiling, it doesn't mean I don't have hard times. I do. But I always change those hard times to good times. I always tell you I like music. I like watching good stuff. You will never see me watching scary movies. Sometimes my kids like to watch these action movies which are so scary, and I will tell them, no, I'm tired, my brain is tired, what I need to feed feed my brain now, what I need to deposit in my brain now is positive things. Things which can vibrate, motivate me, and bring change in me. What are you depositing in your brain? What are you feeding yourself? It's the same thing. If you don't eat healthy, we have a healthy cooking show. But this healthy cooking show is teaching us how to cook healthy. If you don't eat healthy, what do you expect? If you don't watch healthy stuff, what do you expect? If you feed yourself excessive drinks, excessive smoking, what do you expect? Your body can only withdraw what you deposited. If you deposit too much alcohol in your body, that's what you're going to withdraw. You are going to withdraw negative stuff simply because when you drink alcohol too much, you are feeding the body with chemicals. I don't say drinking is bad. No, we all drink, but we drink for fun and we don't do excessively. If you smoke excessively, that's what your body is going to withdraw. And when I'm talking withdrawing here, I'm talking about your health and wellness. Excessive smoking affects your health, affects your brain. Because that smoke intake which goes in, it is distributed in every part of your body. There's an endocrine system move everything you get in your body to every part of your body. And this is the reason I'm telling you now. There is a connection between mind and body. What you think affects the body. Some people always come. I had a client last week and he was complaining and he had a sore arm. He had a joint pain and a sore arm. And when I looked at her, I knew the problem was not the arm. I knew the problem was not the joint. I knew the problem was the mind. She looked very stressful. She looked very depressed. And I told her, I said, you might take trouble. Go and take x-ray. Go to the doctor and think it's arthritis. Do all kind of tests. But you are not going to have a relief. That pain will not go. And this is how people are affected by sicknesses and diseases because they are treating wrong sickness. They are treating wrong diseases. If you go to the doctor with a sore arm, with a joint pain, the doctor will tell you, go and have x-ray. Go and do this and that. Go and do this test and that test. We are not treating the source of our diseases. And this is the reason our healthy and our mental wellness become worse every day. We don't treat the sources. We treat the results, the outcomes, the facts. We cannot live that way. This is health and wellness, and I look so serious today. It's true, I'm looking so serious because I want you to understand the connection of mind and body. I want you to have the understanding that the connection, whatever you feed your mind affects your body. And this is how sickness and diseases are developed. I was reading a certain research before I came to the studio this morning that those women who have been found with breast cancer, more than of the women who think positive, they survive the disease. And the rest who have negative feelings, the disease destroyed their health and they were gone. But how does that breast cancer come from? Where does it come from? It doesn't make sense when you tell me you wake up in the morning and you find yourself, you go to the hospital and doctor tells you have breast cancer. It doesn't make sense when you tell me you wake up in the morning, you go to the doctor and he tells you you are diabetic. No. Every sickness, every disease, every illness starts with your mind. Whatever you feed your mind, whatever you deposit in your mind, that's what you're going to withdraw. If you don't feed yourself very well, if you don't get enough sleep, if you are getting stress, prolonged stress, yes, you will have diabetic. Yes, you will have heart attack. Yes, you will have mental illness. Yes, you are going to have chronic diseases. Yes, you are going to have dementia in the future. If you don't take care of yourself today, your tomorrow is in trouble. If you don't deposit good stuff in your brain today, your tomorrow is in trouble. Whatever you feed your brain, that's what you're going to withdraw. There's no way you can withdraw money in an empty account. Everything, we are responsible. When you talk about your health, you are responsible. When you talk about your mental wellness, you are responsible. It's high time now. Let us be responsible for who we are. I want you to be healthy. But being healthy, it needs you to take responsibility. Some people, they don't want to be responsible for anything. They keep blaming. When the relationship breaks, they blame their partners. When the kids go wrong, they keep blaming each other. That blame affects your health too, because it's an attitude. If you are a person who keeps blaming others, you blame your bosses that they are not loyal to you, you blame people that are not friends to you, you blame people that they don't respect you, you blame people that they are not doing good. What have you done for me to respect you? What have you done for me to say thank you to you? What have you done for me to take you serious? Don't blame me. Ask yourself. So our life, if you want to be healthy, we have to learn to ask ourselves questions. We have to learn to understand our purpose of living and focus on our dreams and goals and not blaming and not having anger, having hate. No. If something is wrong, blame yourself. Ask yourself questions. What happened? Why it happened this way? Why my bosses don't respect me? Why my bosses hate me? Why my boss don't see that I'm doing good, I'm doing great? Guys, I'm talking to you, my viewers. I know you are watching, you are listening. Thank you so much. And I'm talking to you. This is health and wellness. When you talk health and wellness, sometimes you don't need to be so funny, because this is very serious. The world is crazy today because people are not healthy. The world is crazy today because people are mentally ill. They take negative actions. They see the fact react to the facts because they are mentally ill, because their body is not healthy, their brains, their minds are evil. You know, I'm telling you, you can only withdraw what you have deposited. If you have deposited love, you cannot withdraw hate. I've never seen anyone who is full of love and then he hates somebody. Never. If you deposit criminal, evil things, you're going to withdraw criminal events, activities, or acts or actions. And that's why we get criminals. Ask those people who we call them criminals. It's because they are hurt. It's because they are past. They deposited things which affected them today. Viewers, if you want to be healthy, understand what you deposit. Let me go for a short break. And then, DJ, I think I need my song now. After a short break, I just want to relax myself because this is who I am. I don't need stress. I've been talking, this is a very stressful topic because people have to understand mind and body. Let me go for a short break, and when I come, I will start with my stretching. And stay tuned, don't leave your screen.
Are you an international student who has recently graduated from a Canadian post-secondary school? If you have graduated from a designated learning institution, you could be eligible to apply for permanent residency under the new pathway set out by Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada. Contact Genesis Immigration Consulting. International student who has recently graduated from a Canadian post-secondary school? If you have graduated from a designated learning institution, you could be eligible to apply for permanent residency under the new pathway set out by Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada.
Yeah, it's time to stretch up. Time to stretch up now. I can't wait to stretch up myself. Viewers, let us stretch. Let us stretch.
Two, three to the left, 4, 5, 6 to the right. 1, 2, 3 to the left, 4, 5, 6 to the right. Yeah, she play no more. Baby, your body, they kill me. Take off for your daddy, your bikini. Make it turn around, the baby, look at me. I wanna show you something you never seen. Baby, don't let me go so Latino. Hey, when you feel that pain, I go be your Panadol. Yeah, baby, don't let me go so Latino. Hey, when you feel that pain, I go be your Panadol. Yeah. Baby, 1, 2, 3 to the left, 4, 5, 6 to the right. Your body 1, 2, 3 to the left, 4, 5.
Thank you, DJ. My viewers, this is how I make myself relax. I told you from the beginning that we have to find ways to remove our stresses, but not only stresses. We have to remove the source of the stress. I was talking to you right now that people treat wrong. People treat the results of their diseases. People treat the results of the sicknesses and illness, because when you go to the doctor, a doctor sees the results. The doctor does not ask or inquire for the source. They don't have that much time. What they look at you, they look at the fact the way you look, and then they prescribe you medication. They tell you to go and get certain tests. And this is the reason why people who think positive, when they go to the doctors tell them, you are okay, go back home. Because the doctors look at the fact, they look at how you look like, they look how you think, they look at your positive mind, and they tell you, you have no sickness, go home. People, you're going to agree with me that you went to your doctor one time and doctor told you, you have no sickness, you have no diseases, go home. And after 2 years, after 3 years, you were diagnosed with cancer. You were diagnosed with that chronic disease. You know why? It's because the time you went to the doctor looked at the fact the way you look. The doctor looked at the fact of your mind. Because you are presenting yourself very positive, the doctor concluded you have no sickness, you have no disease. But for those people who go to the doctor and negatively, with negative mind, with negative attitude, the doctor always prescribe them medications and give them treatment, which is wrong, because they don't treat the source, they treat the outcome, they treat the results. And this is the problem. A lot of people in our communities are serious sick. They are developed chronic diseases simply because they made a mistake with their attitude when they went in front of their doctors. This is health and wellness. I will tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. But that's the truth. It's not the reality, but that is the truth. Your attitude affects your health. You think negative, you're going to bring forth negative things. Even the Bible, I read the Bible tells what you take in might not be very wrong, but what you bring out tells who you are. What is your language today? Let me ask you, what is your language? Do you always blame? Do you always think negative? Do you always, what is your language? How do you speak? Because there's some people, every time they talk as if they don't own what they're talking. They talk as if they're talking something else which does not belong to them. That is a problem. I call it attitude. That is a problem. And that negative attitude can affect your health and your mental well-being. When I'm talking about mental well-being, I'm not only talking about mental health issues, I'm also talking about how you can think effectively. Your attitude can make you not to think effectively, and everything you do bounce back. Everything you do, you fail. You go to school, you fail. You go you look for job, you fail. You do this, you fail. You get this opportunity, you lose it. People don't lose opportunity because they are not good. People lose opportunity because their attitude and their mind has affected their jobs, their life, that opportunity. Every failure in life, you are the one to be blamed. I will tell you, my viewers today, don't blame anyone. Blame yourself. Blame yourself for bad choice. Blame yourself for wrong choices. I will go in details now. I will go in details. This is very serious. You know, I was talking to a friend, a client, one of my clients yesterday. We had a very long talk of life and everything. You know, I like talking to my clients because they teach me. I'm learning from them. So when they visit for different reasons, this client told me something. He said, Josephine, there's something called bad choice. I said, what do you mean by bad choice? Then he went in details and tells me, I said, you know, you cannot give pregnant to a girl and expect to have a good life in future. Because you did not prepare yourself with this life. So you are going to be forced to take care of a child when you are not ready to take care of a child. How many people today, their health have been affected? Simply, they made bad choice few years past. They met a woman who was not their choice, and because they get into marriage, and that marriage today is fire. And that fire in the marriage affects your health. How many people today, their health has been affected because they made a wrong choice of their career. They chose a job which is not their choice, which is not what they like to do. They get up every morning going to work complaining. They come out from that work, from that job every evening complaining. I've been hearing people every day say, this job will kill me. It's true. That's what you fed yourself. That job will kill you because you are doing something which your body and mind don't comprehend. They don't agree. It doesn't agree each other. Do something you like. Do something you love. If you do something you love, you are going to do it with all your heart. You are going to put all your creativity, your mind, your energy on that work. And what is going to come out? That work is going to pay you because you are going to receive positive vibes. People are going to appreciate you. People are going to like you. People are going to say, you know what? You are doing a great job. Those positive outcomes you receive, they are the ones which boosting your immunity and makes you healthy, makes your brain healthy. There's this job kills me, and then I expect you are performing well on that job. There's no way you are sounding that my family is in crisis and I expect you to be healthy. Never. Bad choices, wrong choices affects our health today. There's some people, there's some couples, they're in marriage today, but there's no love. There's no appreciation. There's no likeness. There's nothing. They live in marriage like sisters and brothers. Why? Bad choice. But that attitude, that environment affects our mind and health. And this is the reason we have all sorts of diseases and sicknesses. These sicknesses, we are the one to be blamed. Poor health is you to be blamed, not anyone else. It's you because you made a wrong choice. You made a bad choice. You are in marriage, living with that man, living with that woman who was not your choice. But because you made a mistake, and now you're paying for those mistakes. You have those stubborn kids, you call them stubborn. It's not because they're stubborn. It's because you had those kids when you were not ready to take care of those kids. And they resulted to be stubborn simply because you didn't have much time and energy and effort to take care of the kids whom you wanted to bring forth. If you are ready to have kids, you will do whatever it takes for those kids to be good and healthy. If you are ready to take care of your family, you will do whatever it takes for the family to be happy, cooperative, and healthy. There are some people in the families, they don't talk to each other. Brothers don't talk to sisters. And these are they relate in a blood relationship. And then with that kind of attitude, that kind of environment, how can you be healthy? It doesn't matter you're in Canada. It doesn't matter you're very far. If you don't have good relationship with your blood sister, your blood brother, you are not healthy. Because every time when you think about your brother, you see negative picture. Every time when you talk about your sister, you see negative picture. That is not healthy. And that is not going to kill your brother, it's going to kill you. It's not going to affect your brother, it's going to affect you. And this is the reason we are talking yesterday. Let us stop this kind of hate. Avoid yourself to have anger feelings. Do everything you can do to make yourself happy. Deposit love in your heart and brain and mind. Watch positive things. Enjoy your life and make yourself positive. There's no way you think negative about your father, your dad, your mom, and you tell me you are healthy. You know, and this is the problem. And I'm going to stay talking about this, that this is the difference of traditional therapy and modern medical therapy. Because I grew up in a traditional environment. Back home, when there are some sicknesses and diseases, the elders advise you not to go to the hospital, but to seek advice from the elders. You know why? Because they go with the roots. They search for the source of your problem. And when you go to the elders, they're going to talk to you. I said, you know what? The source of your sickness, you have to resolve the problem with your mom. the source of your sickness. You have to resolve the problem with your family. They unite you together. But our modern doctors today, they are too busy. They don't go deep to the source. My dear viewers, any problem, any health disparity you have today, it has a source. There is no sickness comes from nowhere. There is no disease comes from nowhere. What you deposit in your mind and body, that's what you're going to withdraw. If you deposit wrongdoings, negative things, my dear viewer, you are not going to escape diabetic. You're not going to escape heart disease. You cannot escape cancer. You cannot escape kidney disease. Because people will think having kidney disease, having cancer, it just came from nowhere. No. When you talk about cancer, you relate your mind, you relate your endocrine system, which release hormones, you relate your nervous system, you relate to the blood flow in your body, you relate everything. That's why that cancer came up. You have a choice. What are you choosing today? My time is running short, but I promise you, this is the kind of discussion I'll be talking to you because I want you to be healthy. When I'm talking about healthy, I don't want to talk about massage, I don't want to talk about physiotherapy, I don't want to talk, those are the outcomes, those are the parts of the stuff which can make you healthy. But when I'm talking about health and wellness, I'm talking about you, your mind, and your body. How do you take care of your mind? Don't panic on issues. Like this pandemic, a lot of people have panicked. A lot of people, including me, I can't wait the lockdown to end. But every day I have a reason to get up from my bed, go to my office, whether there's a client, no client. I will go to my office and I will show myself positive vibes. I will go back home and celebrate with my kids. I will go out and exercise. I will find something to do. By the way, crisis is one way to make you creative. So I'm looking forward to see a lot of creativity, new businesses after this lockdown. Because I'm very sure those people who have been thinking positive, they have been designing and developing ideas when they're in their houses. This is how you're supposed to live. But if you live differently, you will never escape poor health. Poor health is you to blame. Is the result of what you deposited in your life. Every sickness, every disease is the result of what you have deposited in your life. Make a choice now, viewers. Make a choice. Make a choice to live positive. Make a choice to have positive mentality. Make a choice to ask yourself questions. Why it happened? Let me fix this. It might not be your business. It's true. But if you make someone's business better, your life will be good. If you make someone's office look great, your life will be great. So there's nothing. Whatever you give out, that's what you're going to be paid for. If you give out negative, you will be paid negative. If you give out blames, you will be paid out blames. Do you want that? Viewers, mind and body connection. Your mind is connected to your body, and your body is connected to your mind. Don't forget, stay tuned. We are having a health cook this evening, so please keep watching. But